Getting this tune started off on a Sunday. Jeez. And you know what? It looks like we are live. I'm just making sure. Because every now and then, it might be my internet. Even though Canadians have pretty good internet from what I can see. Just making sure. Making sure that we're live and direct. All right. It looks like we are, because they're just playing it right now. So, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
After some confusion this morning, I do say that's on me. That's definitely on my fault here. Sometimes I'm allowed one. This is episode 42. This is episode 42, so I'm allowed at least one to make sure that I got the timing wrong on my end. So my apologies, but we're here live and direct, and yeah. Sunday, episode 42, Beyond the Beats. It's your boy, Scott Jackson. People are saying what's up. It's time to get into it. People are starting to log on, and it's going to be a fun day today. So I hope you guys have had a fabulous week so far. Every single time, big ups to my main man, MB14 on the track.
Yeah.
It just makes me happy.
Yeah, it's a really happy sound though.
Right? Just
MB14.
Yeah. MB14 for the win
Always.
always. Yeah, as I said, everybody, I hope you guys are having a fabulous week so far. Coming to the start of a new week on tomorrow, but wherever you are around the world, thank you for tuning in. Let's get into this. I don't like wasting time. We're here, episode 42. People are now logged on, and let's make some noise because I'm excited. Today, we have sitting with me, wonderful guest today. I'm looking forward to talking with. I'm going to try to make sure I get all these names correctly, but I want to say we have Inez Taveras, a.k.a. Reppin' Panama, Beatbox Hustlers, Reppin' Yes Yes by Rad Records. Ladies and gentlemen, 2020, your French champion. Give it up for Prichia, everybody. What up? How you doing?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm fabulous. Get to go and talk to you and be on live here on Swissbeatbox, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited too, actually.
And where are you in the world right now?
No, I'm in France. Actually, my bedroom. Just in Paris, just chilling, waiting for this live to come up, and really excited. What about you?
I'm in Toronto in my bedroom, but exact same deal. Just waiting it out, trying to make sure that we get into this because it's interesting time in the world's history. But at least we can call each other over the internet and have a conversation about beatboxing.
Exactly.
So, ladies and gentlemen, right here live, let's get into it. Episode 42, Beyond the Beats. If you guys have any questions throughout the time, type it into the comments below and we'll get right to it. But yes, drink water. Make sure that you get into it. Ish. And that being said, I want to go and say, I hope you guys are going to tune in and make some good questions today. And right off the start, I want to start this on a really positive note. Would you be able to go and drop some beatboxing right off the start? Because I've been doing that recently. I've been starting off with beatboxing and ending with beatboxing because people always ask. And we got a bunch of people that are watching that want to hear it. I know they always do. So I was going to ask, are you good to go and start the show off on the
I'm always good to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, tuned in live and direct. Prichia, it's on you. I say the 3, y'all say the 2 and the 1 at home. Let's start this thing off correctly. Episode 42 in 3.
Let's get started. Freestyle all the way. You don't need much. Again. Do it in the freestyles. Just kidding, it sounds. Bring the French styles. Swissbeatbox on live.
Yeah. You come correct when you're on this show. You do like Prichia does. You come correct. Come on, everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the way we start this up. Woo! Let's go. This is where we started up right now, ladies and gentlemen. So, that's a good, put a smile on my face. I usually like to try to find a few quotes from people when we start up this conversation. So you did an interview with Madame Rap, I believe Charlotte Romer is an interview you did, right?
Yeah.
And this is a translation in between French and English, so it might be a little bit off. But when you were asking about how you prepare for battles, and you said, again, translated to English because I'm an English-speaking person and I have poor French whatsoever, if any. But it goes, I'm passionate, but also very demanding of myself. The ideal mix that allows me to work, but which also could be a weakness in the face of pressure of competition. So
exactly,
I like that because it shows you as a humble person, and I like the fact that you start off with the idea that the pressure to build yourself up to these competitions is something that you still work through. And I find that everybody that's going into the competitions, whether you're a seasoned veteran and you've been in battles before, or you're a newcomer to it and you have to get those nerves out, there's nerves across the board though, and it always is that. So right off the gate, when you go into battles, what do you do that helps you personally? Because you mentioned a little bit of it in that interview, but can you just tell people that are watching that are starting out in beatboxing, or maybe somebody that has online battles currently or battles that they're thinking of entering, what do
Mm.
you do to help with nerves when it comes to the battles?
So actually, it's something I love this question because that's something that I've been work on lately. I tried to work a lot on that in 2020, and it was actually my best experience on beatbox stage. Well, not thinking about 2017, that was actually my first experience because we all know this kind of experience just stays in our mind. But I just tried to. I worked in a lot of stuff, so I worked several months before. I was like, okay, if you're going on battle, you really want to be comfortable when it comes to be on stage with the sounds that you're trying to produce, your sound design, your beatbox skills, the patterns that you're trying to do. If it's too difficult, it may be difficult to perform it on stage because on stage you have all this stress, all this pressure, can't breathe. You can't reach the good notes and people just think you don't know how to sing and stuff like that. So I think that's something that I worked on. Okay, what am I able to do today when I'm on stage, and what should I work on, and just see if I can do it or not. So that first thing that made me feel better once I got on stage, because I was how to say I was honest with myself. So that's one of the first things that I would say: be honest with yourself and your beatboxing. And once you get there, like I worked a lot, and I was like, okay, I'll work a lot, but once I get there, it's just about having fun, and that's something that it's not easy to do. But if you actually try to work on that in this kind of quotes every single day before getting there, once you get there, you will be able to do. That's what I did in the last championships. I was just chilling on party the day before, things that I never do before a competition. I was with Alexinho, LOS, all these guys, these huge guys, and I was just having fun. So just have fun, be honest with yourself and your beatboxing. And another thing that I did was meditate a lot before going on stage, because I really wanted, if you want to have fun, I think it's really important to connect with your crowd, connect with yourself, and connect with the stage. So if you have this goal in mind, there's no pressure to have, because your goal is not to be the best beatboxer, but to be the best, having fun on stage and connecting to people. So it's better thinking like that. I think that's how I try to handle with pressure, but I'm working on it.
Always a piece in progress, and I agree with you. It's good to go and have that connection as a forethought and at the front of your thought, to go and be able to connect with your audience, whether you're doing just a showcase, but specifically in battles, because then it allows you to go and put your best foot forward and show the best version of yourself. And yeah, it's hard when you get nervous and all of a sudden, as you're saying, you just
yeah. You're not able to do that.
You get tongue-tied before you go off on stage. And that's good, though. It's good advice, though. So when that's something like Gene and Chris, who I just had on as well, they say the same thing, that they like to meditate before getting on stage. And there's that classic picture of them at the SBX camp where they're both kind of like zenned out a little bit before jumping on their showcase. So it's interesting to see. So good advice. Now, bringing in how you started beatboxing from another interview, and that one as well, it said basically round 13, you're sitting at home watching La Nouvelle Star, and you see Rabino, and I remember him as the Portuguese guy who jumped on at the World Champs, and I remember seeing him. He had the like white do-rag on when he was jumping on in 2012. So it's dope that he was the guy that kind of, you saw, you're like, whoa, it's beatboxing, and got you into the hip hop world. And then as you started playing and practicing at it, when did you start playing guitar? As you could see in your background, you have a guitar and piano. Were you already playing guitar and piano before beatboxing entered?
So piano, I didn't learn how to play piano, but I tried to put a lot of piano in my tracks, though, just trying to do in the MO, the producing style. I just put every single note. But about the guitar, I just started a year before beatboxing or something like that. I was 12 years old, and it was because my my brother used to play to a group like kind of group, yeah, and it was just for fun. And I was born hearing him always playing guitar. So one day I was just frustrated to keep listening to him and not being able to understand how you can produce such beautiful melodies. So I just like everything, like even beatboxing was like that. I was frustrated because I couldn't understand how you can do that. So I just asked to my father to get me a guitar, and because I knew one of our guitars was in my brother's no my in the friend of my brother home. So we just took it, and I start trying to play it, and yeah, step by step, I just fall in love for music, and beatbox just came like rap, like singing, and because it's just other ways of expressing yourself. So.
And do you have like when you're pursuing this guitar, do you take
Yeah.
lessons? Do you take lessons, or is it self-taught and from your brother teaching you and stuff?
Exactly. It was me and my brother. My brother just tried to teach me the basics, and after I just start trying to do some covers and stuff like that. And actually, I stopped really soon trying to reproduce some music because I understood that I have no problem with that, but I'm not a cover person. So I just start trying to do my own thing. And at the beginning, it wasn't that good, but you just keep practicing, try to understand, okay, what's the note in here? Oh, I like this note. It fits well with my singing voice too. Okay, let's just keep going. That's how I learned.
And it's been working well for you because again, you've moved in and had a lot of success already with beatboxing. But I wanted to go and ask too. I can see that back in the day you were somewhat of a baller. You might have played some basketball and some hoops, and you've been jamming out. So I wanted to go and ask, do you think that it helps having some sport background when it comes to beatboxing, when you're on a team and you have the dedication of practice to be good at something?
That's 100. I think that for 100%. I think that actually I think that my motivation and the fact that I always want to be respectful in my own universe and what I do, in this case beatboxing, the fact that I need to train and I try to train and stuff like that, it all comes from the education I took when I start doing some sports, even if it was like individual sports or collective ones, because I did both. And collective ones, it's really good because you just understand how it's important to just reach for some help, even if sometimes we think we can do it alone. It's really important. And I'm thankful for having Panam Beatbox Hustlers. For me, it's like my basketball team. They're always helping me. And the individual mindset of like, okay, you're going. I practiced a lot of karate and martial arts and boxing and stuff like that. And you have always this mentality of warrior. Just okay, you will fall, but you learn how to fall, and that's the most important thing. So yeah, I think it helps a lot, actually.
Yeah. You also have to learn how to fall when you skateboard as well. Got to make sure that you know where you're going.
Yeah.
So I want to continue on. I started seeing too, the first video I can find of you of any sort of beatboxing really was about 2015. There's a video because you got a harmonica around 2013, you said, and you got this video that you're beatboxing, harmonica, and rapping, and there's people playing harmonica with you. So I wanted to know. I wanted to know what, like, was it Yuri that would have inspired you to start beatboxing with harmonica and start pursuing that stuff?
I think you remember it better than me. It was like a lot of people know, like a really big crew. You can't see anything actually. That was at my first year of university. University. I don't know.
University, yeah.
Yeah. So it was my first year, and I was partying a lot because first year, and like of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just having fun, and I met these guys. They called themselves the System, so the System, and they were used to rap. There were some harmonica guys too, and they were doing a lot of underground live shows and live music, and just chilling out when they weren't doing anything. They were just like chilling out until I don't know 5 a.m. of the morning. So I just stayed with them in the university because it's really big, and we were just jamming all the time. And yeah, I actually I think yeah it helped me to to get into the music lifestyle again because I was forgetting about that and doing just by my own on my bedroom. And I think it was really good to have like a first hip hop team, being the only woman in there and rapping in Portuguese, and even if no one understands in France, but it was really funny.
Because yeah, you moved from Portugal to France, and
Exactly.
as you find that crew and you start beatboxing with them and doing small showcases too. I think there was a place called La Bassacour or something or other.
Bascour. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I saw a little thing, but like so, but
Wow.
you start getting showcases. Now, when do you meet Andro, and when does he encourage you and talk to you about 2017, your first battle when it comes to human beatboxing at the French Champs, where you become vice
Mm,
champion right there, live and direct. But when do you meet up with like kind of start in the French beatbox scene after that hip hop crew, or whilst talking to them?
I didn't get the end of your sentence.
Oh no, I mean so you meet this crew and you're
Yeah.
beatboxing and you're starting to do small showcases,
Yeah.
but when do you meet up with like the more hardcore beatbox scene crew?
Okay.
Like, and you said Andrew was one of the guys who told you
Yeah.
to come and do the actual battle and encouraged you.
Exactly.
So who when did you meet up with them and start being like, oh, there's a whole scene of
Yeah.
beatboxing, you know?
So actually, I already watched some. I used to watch some beatbox videos, but I didn't actually reach out to know who is the people there they were performing, and so I didn't know a lot about beatboxers. Just like seeing on MB14, Kim. I think that's all. Oh, and the girls, Carlotta, Lexite, so French people. But that's all. That's the all names that I knew. And one day I just met Andrew on social media, and we start like sending videos of beatboxing because he told me, "Oh, I beatbox. Oh, I beatbox too." And we just like we were like virtual friends. We never saw each other. It's really insane to think about it now. And actually, it was we kind of developed a friendly brother and sister relationship. Like he was trying to sending me videos, just trying to motivate me. And one day, like I don't know, 1 year and a half after talking with him, he just sent me a link, and I was like, okay. So I just clicked on it, and it was descriptions of the French championships, and he was like, "Yeah, you have 3 days until it closes, or something like that." And he's like, "Yeah, go represent the women beatboxing, and yeah, there's a lot of women coming this year. Just go for it and stuff." And I couldn't believe on myself because I was like, I used to do it for fun, and I wasn't really trying to watch some tutorial videos and stuff. So I was just having fun. And when he told me that, I was like, dude, the people I saw on YouTube, you're telling me that I have to go there and do what they try to do? And I was like, nah, no way. And it's like, just send the video just for fun and stuff. And I sent it thinking they would not take me because I didn't know they used to take every single woman that knows how to beatbox the basics and stuff. So I didn't know that. And when I got the message, I was not okay. So I had a month to do like the eliminations round. I learned how to. I met Andrew a day before the championships. He taught me how to do how to take a mic, and I didn't even know how to take a mic. I don't know anything. And anyway, once I got there, it's when I actually met everyone. The women, they are so kind in France. They're really like, they have this strong power, and at the same time they have so much empathy. So they were like just trying to make me feel okay in there, and try to feel good. And the guys, they were like, hey, who are you? What are you doing? You just went on stage. Who are you? And I'm like, I don't know who I am here. I don't know what I'm doing. So that's how I actually start beatboxing for true, and met all these French people. And French championships are crazy. So when you do that, you can't just stop. It's impossible.
No, I definitely would. I've yet to be to a French champs. That is a shame that I need to go and correct one. That is on my bucket list of things I must do. But how did it feel to go, as you said, be encouraged, kind of last minute everything, but then you end up in the finals in your you know?
I still not understand that, actually. Like, I went in the eliminations, and you can see in the eliminations that I'm feeling the hype for the first time. You can see it, and so I'm not shy as I was. But before going on stage on the eliminations, I was really like, I wanted to throw up and stuff, because I wasn't ready for all this stress. I've never been on stage with, I don't know, at least 500 people in front of me. I don't know. And so I made that. I felt really good. I didn't know that I would pass until go into the battles. So actually, my friends didn't take the ticket off the other day, because I told them that I would not be there in the next day, and actually I was there in the next day. So I didn't prepare anything for the battles, and when I got the answer that I was in, I just called Andrew, and I was like, dude, so good news. I mean, bad news. What I'm going to do? So it just oh, it was insane when I think about it. Oh my God. So yeah, it just told me to come an hour before doing all the inscriptions and stuff for the second day, just to try to figure out what to do in the battling. And yeah, so we worked on it like some hours before it, and I just freestyled and had fun. I just freestyled.
And again, it turned out well though for a first showing right off the bat. And then after that championship, I see, is when you make an Instagram account and Facebook account for yourself, and kind of start getting inspired, I guess, to really pursue beatboxing. And was it the warmth, like you already kind of said it, but the warmth of that family vibe that the French family brings, and having those people that you looked up to on YouTube, and those, and the women that were there, and having the guys come, was that kind of solidifying you, being like, okay, you know what? I guess I'm a beatboxer now. This is something I gotta go and pursue,
Yeah, I think it was so crazy that I just jumped on it. I think it's something that Prichia told me, and it's so true. That's a quality of being young. You don't really think about it, you just go. And I was younger, so I just tried to go, and I didn't know what I was doing, so I just created my Instagram account and stuff, because I started getting all these invitations, and you know that, like, the first stage, after you get some invitations on Facebook, you don't even know who it is, so you're like, okay, I need to do something about it. And I just stayed, because after, like you said, all these French how to say, French good company, it really makes you stay. I remember starting jamming with BMG in his home, with Lady Wakes. She was there for some days, like, and I met Scratchy, so the one that created Panam Beatbox Hustlers, and now he's like a brother.
Big ups to Scratchy.
It's really insane. This dude is, you don't really know, but like, people that are watching, he's making a lot of things at the same time, being in the shadow, but at the same time, if we all are here, it's thanks to him. So So yeah, it's how I started doing my first showcases. He just called me and he was like, yeah, there's this showcase of 2 minutes that I have to do, but it's in a women hip hop scene. So I thought about you, and it was my first stage, and it just went like that. Just meeting other beatboxers, they will propose me something to do. I would just go learn from experience and have fun.
And that's the when you start, I guess he would introduce you to stuff like Call Me FemC and having the
Yeah,
availability of getting into women like hip hop and doing showcases there.
exactly. So Call Me FMC, it's an association that does it's more about rap, but the idea and the culture comes from hip hop. So Call Me Fancy was doing this hope, not open mic, underground live music, and they're always doing this kind of stuff where they try to promote women that are in the rap scene, try to help them, really representing the unity of hip hop. And when I met them, I just did my thing. I didn't know who they were, and after that, I still with them today. Great association. They do a lot of different kind of how to say live concepts. So yeah, really they were definitely. I got into, like, I have one big association with me, but I just started talking and meeting a lot of different associations in the same mindset that was about women going on stage, the hip hop mentality, and yeah, I think that's something that I'm that you have when you live in Paris, because you have a lot of opportunities just going on and you just take it. So yeah.
Yeah, and you can, and again, you can see, I like that in when I see you start and as you like going through your career and looking at what you've done so far. I like that you're right from the beginning too. You're working with so many different, from dancers to different bands, and I think that the Women Like Hip Hop concert, there was a band on stage that started playing guitar in the background. Some guy was playing keys in the background and just jamming with you,
Yeah,
and I was like, but it was crazy to be just right off the start, and just being like, okay, so right off the beginning, she already has an idea of music, right, with the guitar and some piano stuff a little bit, but then
yeah,
to go and play and just be able to jam with people right off the bat. I love that. I love seeing how it's paired up, and you can
yeah,
fast forward to this year where you take you come second place runner up uh at the Growl Up battles that just happened,
yeah.
and that was super crazy too. That just happened. And anybody that's on here live after this is done, make sure that you guys go check it out, because she was paired
Yeah,
with
go check it out.
Basil on trombone, and you end up
Yeah,
in the finals. But again, that was super dope to go and see. And I love the fact of just exchanging ideas with beatboxing and pairing it with other musicians, because it puts it in the light of the more that happens, I feel like the more it's going to be taken seriously and not just this party trick thing.
so true. Yeah, yeah. The idea of always do beatboxing, that's something we should always think about it. Beatboxing, it's something that you can do alone, you can do with other teammates, but you can do everything with it. You can work with comedy, you can work with instruments, you can work with rappers, like you said. Actually, Women Like Hip Hop, it was the first time I was meeting them, and I was hosting. I don't know why, but I was hosting. So shout out to you.
Hosting.
I felt I was like Scott Jackson.
And
3, 2, 1, rapping the live.
I love it. But that
Yeah.
opportunity to go and jump on with people too, and then 2018 again, you do this again. Already working with musicians, you do the step up battle with the guy named or someone named Passy, I believe,
I see.
Passy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you're working with dancers, and you getting these opportunities, and even in 2018 as well. I'm not sure which one happened first, but you do this Feel My Beat workshop exclusively for women, and you work with Julieta and under again. So when did that idea come up? Was like that an idea that Scratchy came up and you guys worked together on to go and build? Because I think that was just an interesting. And again, I'm doing Google Translate, so some of the stuff might be
Yeah,
lost in
it's okay.
translation. But
It's okay.
can you kind of explain the idea behind the Feel My Beat workshops that happened?
Of course. So when I got in the association of Panam Beatbox Hustlers, I think they were already doing this workshop. So I didn't made up. So the idea was with Scratchy, another association that I forgot the name. Oh my God. Well, it will come up again. But and with the Kaipi, rapper from our association, and so yeah, they just came up with this idea. The first year it was beatboxing and rap, and the idea was okay. There's a lot of women that would like to try out something that in the social codes it's considered a little bit masculine. Not that it is, that's it's considered like that. So they really wanted to bring their voices and try to make them feel comfortable. So this idea of workshop, it was like, okay, this is exclusive for women, not because we don't want guys or stuff. It was like, okay, they will feel they have their places, and maybe after the idea was to mix it and stuff. So the idea was really to bring more women in the beatbox scene and at least let them have fun and learn more about rap and stuff. And one day I just came on and to do an intervention because it was like, yeah, you did this French championships, and you should come and talk about your experience. So I came, and it was the first time that I was doing something like that, and I really enjoyed the fact of being able not to just pass a message from by your music, but also by what you're telling, by teaching, by words. So I really loved, and I think that Scratchy saw that, and he was like, okay, just come on and have fun with the girls, and you'll give me a hand. And that was in 2017, 18, and in 2018, if I'm correct, he was like, okay, I will give it to you and Julieta now. And we started doing the teaching classes. And it was actually our first experience teaching beatboxing. It was really cool because you have like two women that used to compete against each other, just sharing the same idea and being in this great fusion, just to try to help out with the idea of bringing more women in on stage. And that's something that Panam Beatbox Hustlers does a lot. We do a lot of workshops for everyone. People like, you have beatbox therapy too from Philippines. There is the president, and we really try to help out every single person, even if you have, even if you are a minority, a social minority, I don't know, or even if you're in the majority, it doesn't count. Just trying to share what we have to share and try to help where we can help by what we're doing, that is beatboxing.
I like that. I love that I see that this happening, and I've been for North America. I get to go and have mentors and people that I look up to as well. As much as it's been a two-way street, but I love having people like Kayla around to go and lead that in our end, and then Sparks in Canada, and
Yeah.
I can list others. But I love the fact that I've had them to go and give me ideas, and be able to go and talk about these ideas openly with them, and be mentored on from their experiences. So what can you think? What will entice more females to beatbox in a bigger aspect? Do you think what can be done to give more opportunities, and that might not be being done already? And obviously, because the world's kind of shut down, there's some things that need. But what is something that you would think can be done overall that would give more opportunities?
Like, that's a hard question because you can not talk about all women because we're all different. So let me explain. For example, me, I really like the mixed concept. The fact that I'm battling against guys, I think that's something that I love. That's not just guys, not just women, non-binary people. I don't really care. Just more. It's for me just beatboxers, and it helps you to because there's more diversity, you can improve better really fast. So that's something that for me, to myself and to my experience, to my beatbox, is something that I want. But for all the women and I will talk about France, because for me it's really important to know that culture are different. So the way of thinking sometimes it's different. For example, in France, French people were really shy actually. Like they don't. You're like, okay, should I do that? I'm not sure. Okay, so they will not. I think for France, what we really need is to make more battles, more women battles. Again, it's not for me, but for everyone that for about what the information people gave me and what I've been learned about. We should do more battles for women. Try to just keep going on workshops and give them try to give them a lot of self-confidence, and just showing up. So the battle with women, something that we should definitely do. I think Panam Beatbox also is thinking about doing something like that. And another thing will be the workshops. Just try to bring women on your workshops and show them that we're all the same, and at the end you can do it and be the best beatboxer in the world, whatever it's man category, female category, it doesn't mind. It's just your body. That doesn't mean anything in your beatbox. You're a beatboxer, not a top model. So and
I
and
agree.
and the last thing I would say, for the women that are beatboxing and they care about bringing more women in the beatbox scene, try to represent in your own way. Try to show up, try to give some confidence for the ones that are inspired by you, and slowly but surely it will come. I'm 100% sure about that.
Let's go.
Hard question.
Hard question.
Really hard.
But it's true though. You can see though, because in Canada, North America, we've always had mixed battles. I've never had, as an organizer, I've never even, and that's something that I need to be open to, having these conversations with the people that it affects, right?
True.
But I can see that you in 2018, you go to the Swissbeatbox Challenge, and the first mixed battle, you end up third place. And then 2019, you come back and slap that up and you win it. And you win a mixed battle. And you said, Furax said that you're the first French female to go and win a mixed battle and take home the entire thing and take home the W. So it's big ups to you for that, eh? But that idea of having it available, and you mentioned this again in that interview you did, and I wish I could have like translated stuff. It's hard to do. listening to the interviews that you had on, like, you did a Portuguese and French one that I tried to listen to, but I had no.
Oh my god!
If you think that I have terrible French, don't even try with any of the Portuguese. I got nothing. I could say 2 and 1, but like 3 maybe.
I'm sorry, 2 pictures.
No. I tried to watch, but when you were doing it on the Madame Rap interview with Charlotte, I think it was, you were mentioning some of these ideas and that availability of having, just being able to see more people. Anybody that has that opportunity to see themselves being an opportunity for them to be on stage, and seeing someone that's like them on stage might encourage them to take that next step. And
Exactly.
it's up to each individual community to go and figure out what would work best and into encouraging growth that way. So
Exactly.
I'm excited to go and see what the future holds, because like y'all been killing it. It's been dope to go and watch. So I'm excited to go and see when stuff comes back. And 2018 too, another question I wanted to ask you is, so because you moved to France and you're doing university there and you're studying and your family moved there, teen world champs, you represent for Portugal. And I was going to ask you, is there a scene in the Portuguese scene? Is there a female scene, or is there just no category? Would it be a mixed battle if you were to go back? And is this something that you've considered? Because 2008 or 2018, You do the French champs again, 19 and 2020. You end up becoming the solo French female beatbox champion, which is a huge accomplishment. But have you ever thought about going back to Portugal and battling there as well for the nationals?
Yeah, I thought about it already. I was like, okay, what should I do? Okay, just talk with the French championships, talk with Portugal championships, being sure they're okay with that. So yeah, I actually wanted to go there, but I don't know why. I had something. I had a huge project that I don't even know what it was, but I wasn't able to focus myself and go there. So I was. But I was ready to just go there, jump there, and participate in the mixed battle because there's no women in Portugal beatboxing. There's this girl, I don't even know her. They just told me about her. She's beatboxing, but she doesn't want to do the mixed battle. I don't know if it's because she's afraid. I don't know because she doesn't want. But something I know it's that if in 2017 I was able to go on stage, it wasn't just because of Andrew that just showed me that, because you need some courage, and it was thanks to these first girls that were already there. So Lexite, Tracy, Carlota, all Petit Poney, all these girls that were there, and since the beginning, representing, they were like 2-3 battling in that soul, and today you can see that we're getting bigger and bigger, and that's why I wanted to go and participate in the mixed battle. That's one, because I love mixed battles, and two, because I really wanted to give some inspiration and give some courage for the people that are in my place when I was in 2017. I think that's something we should, if we want evolution, we should definitely keep this kind of movement and show to the first generation what you've learned, and just keep it going like that.
100%. As it grows, you bring more people in, and they get the opportunity, or maybe seize the opportunity and take it for themselves if they see that opportunity there. And it's I totally agree with you that it's, hopefully we'll see what happens, but I'd love to see you go for that Portuguese champ and go and represent.
I'll do that.
And I was gonna say too, because you said that you didn't really do right off the bat, you didn't start off with doing covers, and you've always been making your own music. And some of the first things I see there is something you did in 2018. Going back, I'm just gonna get into your music that you've been doing, but you did something called Tales Book with a guitar, and it was you playing guitar and beatboxing at the same time, and singing your own song.
What? How do you know that? I forgot that I did that.
Beyond the beats, we'll find out.
Wow, you're really good at this. But
but that idea of making your own music, though, I like the way that you did that you started off with that idea of being able to go and actually make your own music and pursue the idea of making your own music. And then you do like 2018, you meet this guy named Dr. No, and you meet him at a piano jam at the Gare de l'Est. I'm not sure exactly how to say that.
Yeah, Gare de l'Est. Yeah.
Gare de l'Est. And you start working with you work with him and Eldud, yes. Eldud. So you start working together, and you come together as Yes as this trio. But again, you're making up your own songs, and you're doing covers at festivals that I saw you guys were doing festivals. You first thing that you guys made together was Slov, I believe.
Slov, yeah.
But again, just that pushing your own ideas and own music and getting to work with other musicians. So as time goes on, what do you really, when people listen to you, when they go up and search you for your solo stuff first, what's something that you'd like people to take away from when they listen to your music? And every song's different, I understand that, but is there certain things, like a feeling that you go for, that you're trying to go and get listeners to go and get out of your music?
Yeah, there's definitely, I work a lot with emotions. I've been working in music content that I've been working for several months, and hard to just bring you that, and I'm excited to bring it. But but it's in the same vision that before. I don't really care about which kind of music I'll do. I don't really care about the subject. The most important thing is why you're sharing. And for me, I think emotions are really, really important. Music, it's all about that. It's the fact that you can just hear, even if you don't understand, your body is taking something, and it makes you feel in a certain way. And it's like sharing a message. And I think the message that I'm trying to share is, I have two messages. The fact that just do whatever you want to do. Just pursue try to do your own dreams. Don't do what people are telling you to do. Just do whatever you want to do, even it's hard as. But
hard is.
No, but it's even if it's hard, just go for that, because if you think 100% that you'll get it, because you will find your own ways to do it. And that's one of the things that I really want to share with people. And the other thing is the fact of stop thinking about what you should do and stop thinking about the appearance and how I should do what this guy is doing, or I should act in certain ways so that people like me. And just be yourself, and just be. Exactly. It's like in France, there's a psychologist that talks a lot about that. The psychologist that does a lot of conference and stuff, and he says that there's a difference between wanting to be something, or doing something to be something, and just the word be. The fact of just being yourself. I can't translate that though.
No.
Really
I think Google translating stuff is definitely difficult, I will say. But you've been doing a lot better than me. I'm sitting here just with Google Translate and hoping that I'm not saying it, like way off course,
You're doing well. You're doing well. It's cool.
We're trying out here. And again, with your music too, you've been pursuing it, and you're doing Human Fear was your first beatbox that you put a video to as well, and don't.
Oh my God.
People, it's out there. You guys find it. It's out there. It's dope. And then the thing I wanted to go and ask you too is, before I go and ask you more about Yes Yes and some other stuff that you're doing, is you do in 2019 September 27th in Paris, you have your first Beatbox & Co. Actual showcase that you did.
That was crazy.
Now, could you explain it? Because this is something that I love the idea of. Not only do people have to put out music, but to be able to go and make a show around it, and that you had dancers and you had other people working with you. Could you kind of describe a little bit about it? Because you said this year that stuff when you were working on, you said you're working on a new EP, and you were working out of Largo Recording Studio, Largo.
No, so there's another thing. I've been working with a musician in Portugal that it was actually one of the first music I learned on my guitar. It was he played it in his band, and I've been working with him trying to do an EP. If it works, if it doesn't work, it's okay. And I've been working on new musical content at the same time in my solo career in France. So yeah.
Okay, then I'm reading into things, but could you kind of go to describe that show and the idea of, as an artist, not only are you recording stuff, but to go and think of the live show aspect and be able to go and perform stuff in a live show aspect. Can you kind of what's your motivations behind when people come to your show and they see you on stage? What do you want to go and purvey as the person on stage to them, not through just your music, but just the show?
So the show. So if I think just about the show, not Prichia Beatbox & Co., because Prichia Beatbox & Co., that there's a concrete message that it's different from everything. But on my shows, I just want people to feel. I'm just connected to the human being, and I'm like, okay, I have a voice. Everyone has a voice, and I'm trying to use mine. So hear what I have to say, and try to use it in your own way for your life. So and just feel it. So that's the first thing. And the other thing on stage, I would say I love to make people dance and make people feel emotions. So I really try to just connect to people and have a kind of conversation with them, their mind and their body. And that's something that makes me happy. And I don't even know why I want that, but I think that's something that we all love to do. Our music, it's not supposed to be hidden, and even you and every single person that I'm listening today in Beyond the Beats. I just guess you want your music to you want to provoke something on someone. You just want people to feel what you're saying and being heard. And you don't need more than that to just go on stage and do that. I think, and the hype you feel and all the love you feel, the huge good energy you can feel on stage, just connecting to people. I think it's why I want to do a lot of live shows, and I can't do without it. It's like a drug for me. So,
Well, I wish live shows would come back. And you said that you had one of your first shows was doing the Charlie live sessions that you got out, and Be Yourself was one of the live looping things that you did there, which was super super dope. Now I had a question about this. I think what it was, but you did in July 13th. Yeah, July 13th, you do the first live show back, and you have a live stream that you have associated with that on your channel that people can watch. But I could see it and I could feel it where you're like, okay, I got to go and meet up with my friends. I got to go and do a showcase, and family and friends are going to be there to go and watch. And you're going to go up with the beatboxer and another dancer, and you're going to go and actually perform this show and have that opportunity. Now, I think a lot of beatboxers and artists in general are going through this, myself included. Not having shows and not having that outlet of doing it in live and having that creative, that give and take with an audience is something that's huge. Could you give a little bit of the insight into the feeling of being back on stage, even though sometimes it's a little bit of lockdown, but could you give that feeling of getting back and doing that first show back? Because, you know, my last show was in 2020, which is sad. Like it's obviously, but it was a good couple months ago. I did a show with Dr. Draw, socially distanced, and it was myself and my violin player that I do stuff with. But I love that feeling. And now now it's like my hair is a little longer and my beard's a little shaggier, and there's no shows. So could you kind of describe coming along? Yeah. But could you describe as an artist that feeling and what how it felt to get back on stage first of all, and kind of what you were just what you're what one goes through not being able to go and get on stage. You know, I feel it myself, but I feel like you'd be able to put it in words well.
So, just tell me if I'm going out of your question. Just let me know. But so Charlie Sabira de Bar, it's a bar where I did my first Prichia Beatbox & Co show. I already performed a lot in there. They have this kind of family concept, like when you come again, when you come once, you will come again. And so they were like, yeah, it's the COVID, the first quarantine was over. They were like, yeah, it's the we have in France these days, that is the how to say, the show of music day. So you have music everywhere, and the first quarantine was over, so people were just, the bars were open, so we just wanted to do some music, and I went there because I love them, and it was crazy because you know, this adrenaline that you get before going on stage. I was feeling like it was the world championships. It was I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, oh my god, I think I forgot how to beatbox. And actually they, like, 1 day or 2 days before, they told me, yeah, Prichia, about your showcase of 20 to 30 minutes, can you do like 1 hour of showcase? And I was like, oh my god, it's like double. You can't do that. My life is always freestyling, so I don't care. And I just went there. And I was feeling so stressed. I was so stressed, but I just invited every single friend, as you said. My family was there, unknown people were there, and I was like, let's just party as if I was doing my biggest party of the year after being locked down. So let's just party. I don't really care if I messed up. I will just make you dance. You will just give me enough energy to just go on, and let's just have fun. So when I got there, after the stress, I was really loving the showcase, because I was really with the crowds. When you have your friends there, they just like they put the hype if there's no hype, so that's really cool. And yeah, it was a really crazy experience, even if at the end, when I saw the images, I wasn't able to breathe at all, because it's been a while, so it was hard. But yeah, I had fun, and I forgot about the second part of your question.
No, I think you described it perfectly. I think that that emotion that's associated with jumping on stage, I love it. So I'm excited to get back to it myself, and I'm happy that you had the opportunity. Is this something now you said you possibly are working on you're working on a new EP with somebody on a guitar, and you're working with Yes Yes on new stuff that you are maybe building in solo career stuff as well. Can you kind of explain two things I want to know? First of all, is being a musician and a performer, is this what you'd like to do career-wise? Is that what you're pursuing? And secondly, what can people expect from you in the future? What are you working on and you want to release to the people?
So you've been talking a lot about the fact that I've been working with in different concepts, and people actually get lost, but it's okay. It's just a way for me to improve and get a lot of experience to my solo career. And so definitely, if I've been doing that, it's because I really want to live from music, and that's what I'm trying to do. I stopped my studies. I got my, how do you say, bachelor? I don't know, the 3 first years. I don't know. So I got what I had to get on university, and I just start doing music full time. And so now I'm really focused on my solo career, but I keep doing what music with people that I love, like Yes Yes. They are really great people. We're going out with a new EP. There's EPs everywhere. I've been working a lot, and I want, so yeah, Yes Yes is going out with a new EP. We've been working on that, just taking our time. The Portugal guy, Ruka, that I've been working on, and my own solo career. So in these 3 cases, we're just going out with EPs, because we know that these times are hard, and I think that before, the live shows were our goal for everyone. I guess even when you put some content on internet, it was all about getting more live shows and just having fun with music and stuff, and go out and not just be on studio, just do both of it. And today, you need to do everything on internet. And so I've been working a lot and try to bring the positivity of what's happening on, just try to create the second version of Prichia, and do what I create, new music with people that I love in the artistic and human way, like Yes Yes, Hulk Up, and Beatboxers, and all these people. Just trying to do what I love.
Prichia Beatbox 2.0. You can also see that people, if you guys want to go, make sure that you check out not only your YouTube channel that you've been putting out stuff on, but the Yes Yes, you have a channel with them as well. And you guys just put out Always, that you did with the live recording, where it was you all in different areas and you recorded it, I believe.
Yeah, right? It was in quarantine times, yeah.
Now, did you teach Dr. No how to beatbox? Because I heard a little beatboxing by him in the background. I was like, you give him a little 1-2 lesson, you could say it.
So actually, Yes Yes existed before. So half of our songs weren't made from us. He was with another beatboxer and another singer, and we're like we always say with the version 2.0.
Yes.
So and so he already learned some skills from the other beatboxer before, and but El Dude, I was teaching her how to do really good inward snares, and she's getting there. She's getting there.
Maybe we'll see her on a stage sometime at the French Champs. Maybe if she practices.
Hope so. It will
Imagine Yao Ming in the finals. Okay, so again, ladies and gentlemen, new music coming out solo, new music coming out with a gentleman. Once again, what's his name from Portugal who's playing guitar?
Ruka. I don't know how to say in English, but Ruka.
I'll try to say it correctly, even though my Canadian self, I always mispronounce things. I try. And you have music coming out with Yes Yes. Now again, aside from the musical projects, let's say battle wise, because you've been doing a lot of different. I saw you hosted with BoxCon. You did the workshops, and you've been doing workshops, and you've been getting talks and judging experiences online, and you did the Franco Microfoni battle and stuff, and you've had opportunities to battle online. But I was gonna ask, is there any battles, both online and in live stage? What battles will you go and defend your French championship if battles come back in 2021? And are there any battles that you want to get into, like the Florida Beatbox battle, or are there battles that you want to be like, it's on your list? Like, do you have a hit list of battles?
I have a pretty good list. I don't have one favorite battle. I have a big list. So the World Championships, I would like to do it again. This time prepared. Florida, as you said, I would love to do Florida for the first time of my life. The Swissbeatbox camp we were supposed to have this 7 to Smoke battle, so that's something that I definitely would like to do. 7 to Smoke concept, I love that. We made some 7 to Smoke with Panama Beatbox Hustlers battles for fun, and I love this kind of concept. So that's something that definitely I would like to do. And yeah, I'm thinking about others battles, but for now, I think if I focus myself in these 3 battles and I try to just represent both of my countries and stuff in this kind of battles, I think it will already be a really good goal. So yeah,
I'm excited to see it.
But yeah, live scene. Live stages. I'm not an online. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. I understand. It's a different thing altogether, somewhat.
Yeah.
And you know what too? I will say on your behalf. All right. Now, 2017, you try out for the French Champs female category. It takes you 3 years. You go ahead and win that. West Beatbox Challenge. You come third in your first attempt at it. You come back in 2019 and you win that. So I'm excited to go and see not only the Florida battle. Big shout outs to Tio Neb, by the way. Boom. But you put a wild card in 2019. Now let's see what's going to happen when there's a new one coming up sooner than later. I know it's going to be doing it again, so I think your track record says that you're going to be successful. World Champs 2. You're being put on notice by Scott Jackson. She's coming for you. But with that being said, next up, I want to bring up another part of this. It's called Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire. All right. Rapid Fire questions. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to ask you some questions in a rapid fire way, and I want you to answer the first thing that comes to your mind without too much thought. So you can't think about it too much. You have to answer quickly. All right.
I understand everything. Okay.
I'll try to stay slow. Ladies and gentlemen, right here live and direct with Prichia, we're going to be doing Rapid Fire on Beyond the Beats. So, Rapid Fire. First up, who is your current favorite solo beatboxer?
Ripson.
Current favorite tag team?
Woo! Uniteam.
Current favorite loop station artist?
Ritmind. Actually, yeah, Ritmind. Thank you.
Current favorite crew of beatboxers?
Oh, oh my God, I forgot their name. With ah, Sleazer and fuck. I'm
Dogmatic?
having a yeah,
Mom?
yeah. Thanks.
Give you one of those. What is your current favorite beatbox sound?
Ooh, for sure this one for 3 years now. This one.
If you could see any classic rock show, because I see that you like classic rock, like the Beatles or Bon Jovi or Cat Stevens, who would you like to go see live? They can be dead or alive. If you could watch someone in concert.
I'll say Deep Purple.
Yo, big answer. Let's go. Who is your favorite NBA team?
Oh, Chicago Bulls. They have a really beautiful story.
Good answer. Was there a reason that number 14 is special?
It's my lucky number and favorite number.
All right. And does that mean that, wait a second, let me see. That means that today it would work out that you're doing Beyond the Beats on the 14th, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, you thought about it.
No, it worked out. It worked out. Another question. I want to go and know, do you prefer, when you do skateboarding, do you prefer street tricks or vert tricks?
Vert tricks, for sure. Yeah.
What is the best Portuguese cuisine?
Ooh, so it's hard. I'll say francesinha.
Francesina, okay. And what is the best French cuisine so far for you?
I don't think I have. Oh, that's bad. I don't have one. I don't know. What can I say? I don't know what to say.
Rapid fire. Ladies and gentlemen, that was rapid fire right there, live and direct, coming at you. She has to need more time.
Every single French friend will just kill me now.
You're about to get roasted.
Oh no!
Could you tell me too? What is the French zina for? What is this Portuguese food?
So it's not really vegan. It's really not vegan. There's a lot of meat in there. So it was for the story. I don't know if it's true or not. There's a French guy that came to Portugal, stayed in Portugal, and invented his own croque monsieur. So it's like a huge sandwich with a lot of different. I got your attention.
Talk to me.
Don't worry. So yeah, there's this huge sandwich. There's a lot of meat in there, and at the end there's a huge amount of cheese. Just how to say warm cheese.
Melted, yes.
Melted. Thank you. With a beautiful mystery sauce on it, and it's like 200 kilocalories. Yeah, I can't see it, but I eat a lot of yeah.
Well, that's why you do all the sports. That's why you do all the sports your whole life.
Actually, yeah.
Everybody, go work out so you can eat those nice things. That sounds like a great sandwich. Jeez. Next up, we have questions from
my friend Papuni.
My friend Papuni
has a few questions for you. So, first and foremost,
my friend Papuni
wanted to know, during all this time in lockdown, I think we've talked about this, so I'm going to go and switch that over because he kind of asked exactly what we were talking about. Let me just see some different stuff here.
My friend Papuni
wants to know, okay, there you go. Who in the scene, who in the new beatboxers, who is someone that really inspires you out of the new beatboxers currently?
I'll say, well, he's going through a moment that I think everyone is getting inspired, but it's been like that for a year and a half now. I would say Zeka for sure. 1 year or 2 years actually. I've been inspired a lot. He has a beautiful sound design and tries to be in the detail all the time. So, yeah.
Zeka super dope. Big shout outs to him.
Yeah.
Another question from
my friend Papuni.
My friend Papuni
wants to know. Oh, there you go. If you had the option to play any music festival, what music festival would you like to play?
Oof. I would say Solidays. So it's something that fights SIDA. I don't know how to say VIH. How do you say it in English?
What was it?
The virus, sexual virus, the VIH.
Oh, HIV. Okay.
HIV, exactly. So they fight a lot about all this stuff, and I've been there for social causes, and I just would love to perform there because when I saw all the artists in front of me and I was just there for work, I was like, I wish I was there. So yeah, it's just because of that. It's a good souvenir. I would like to be there.
All right, that's a good goal to have. Another question from
my friend Papuni.
What is an artist that you would like to do a collaboration with? Who is someone you would like to do a collaboration with? Any artist. No limit.
Okay. Let me think. There's a lot of artists. There's a lot of artists in this world. Oh my god. I'm actually.
Sorry.
Good.
Get the pressure.
You're taking too much time. No, I would say I'm actually impressed about this answer, but I would say Gene. Because he has beautiful melodies that I cannot do. So, all the percussion.
I love Gene.
Yeah.
Gene. Yeah. Another question from
my friend Papuni.
My friend Papuni.
My friend Papuni
wants to go and say, we've already answered this. He asked, will you continue to battle?
Of course, yes. I've been working on that. Don't worry. I'll come soon.
I like it. Another question from
my friend Papuni.
He would say, who would you like to collaborate with in the beatbox scene as a tag team? Who is your dream tag team partner if you do a battle? Fantasy tag team partner.
Oh, I'm 100% sure about this answer. I would say Alexinho. For sure. I love his way of thinking about battling. Just answer and going for it. So I would say Alexinho.
I love Alexinho too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing. This is usually where he gets in. This is okay.
My friend Papuni.
Not a question so much, but
my friend Papuni
would like you to know it would be a privilege. This is in his words. It would be a privilege if you can work on a new shout out video for SBX in the future. Willie hopes that you would honor SBX with a new shout out video when you have time. And he says, I wish you the best. And once out of lockdown, when lockdown is over, whenever you have the opportunity, he wishes you nothing but many great performances.
My friend
Thank
Papuni.
you.
That's to you.
Such a great guy. Thank you so much.
So, is there a possibility of a new SBX shoutout coming?
For sure. Yeah. I've been thinking lately, actually. It's really weird that you're saying that because it's been like 2 weeks I've been thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I should do another one.
Because you had French Beatbox Queen as your first SBX shoutout. That was solo on it, I think. And then you got the opportunity to do another one. So he wants it. People want it.
For sure, I will do that. So yeah, I will work on that and bring you something that you will enjoy. And shout out to you guys. You really deserve. You've been working so hard, and you too, Scott. So shout out for you guys because you've been really present and try to represent the beatbox scene, even knowing that world it's just changing. So yeah. I think every single beatboxer is grateful for having people like you. So it's cool.
Well, I'm grateful to have every single beatboxer. True story. The kind words from you. Now, our friend Heidful, big shouts to Ilya for running this stream. He has had some of the questions that people have been asking throughout this entire time. So there's a lot of different people there's someone called Lazy, they has either Lazed, as we would say in Canada, but Lazy, Maestro Bedrock, Air 404, bunch of people, Alaska, a bunch of people are asking questions. So these are some questions from the audience. Someone wants to know what music inspires you most when you are making new music. So what current, maybe that's something that would be, what music has inspired you the most recently?
Like a song or a
genre?
Yeah.
Genre. Is there some genre you listen to that inspires you to make music?
Yeah, sure. I would say there's three types, really different, but actually combined, it actually helps me a lot. There's house music. I'm really into electro. Piano in the like contemporary stuff. I really like hearing this kind of different notes. And the last one, I would say, um, actually, pop music helps me a lot because it just teaches you how to get these kind of notes that you know everyone will sing and you will like it and stuff and stuff. So yeah, electro, piano, and pop.
That's a good answer. Another question from our audience. Uh, they want they followed up. This is a follow up question to the one that I asked. You might have had more time. They say, "What is the most delicious meal in France right now?
Oh,
What do you
God.
recommend? What do you recommend to try?" So if someone I've been to France a few times, I've been shown a good time by some great people, some great hosts from everybody from shout out to my dad Kim, but people like showing me some good food. So if people were coming to France for the first time, where do you bring them? What do you bring them to go and eat?
Do Do you know what I will answer? You actually, because I'm in Paris, you have the lucky of every kind of food from whatever for all over the world, and that's why I didn't have the answer. Because in France, you just eat from every kind of country, so that's really cool. So I would say, I'll give if you're in France, that's true. I'll do that. I will just take you to Indian food, and that's really true. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
Oh my
you know,
god.
next time I'm in France, I you show me which Indian place to go to. I'll take you up on that
For
and try to
sure.
check it out. Try to check out which place it is. That's good.
I'll search for French food and I'll tell you with more. Because I know that they will kill me now. So.
Gonna get roasted. All right. Well, I have another few questions from the audience, and this is a good one. They said someone has asked, I heard that you have been giving classes on beatboxing, and people want to know, and this is an interesting one, I think, are your students good for you to improve? Are your students helping you improve? So when you do lessons, what do you take away from your students? Does it help you improve as a beatboxer, being a teacher?
Yeah. Yeah, it improves me. It helps me to improve so much. And another thing, it's that I always try to give lessons in order to improve myself too. So that's two things. It goes in both sides, and it's because they have always these kind of questions that you never thought about it. So that's the first thing. The fact that you try to learn how to explain things that you do, it makes you understand more and practice it more. And the other thing, it will be the fact that they're all different. So you have like, I have a drummer on my student and class, and he's teaching me how to do bossa nova and stuff like that. Some things that I actually hear a lot, but I never did. So it always helps you. And I really love my students. I'm like, I don't know, I have an affection for my students, so they teach me a lot.
I like it. And I'm going to follow up with a question of my own just because that was the last question I saw that, well, there was more questions, but I wanted to go and ask you this. Is there any question? Is there sorry, I just got a funny question. I'll ask you in a second. So is there your students, are there any ones that you see? Because I saw that you did the Prichia, the beatbox challenge that you had, and you had a bunch of different, which was super dope on your Instagram, where you put out something, you put out a beatbox, and it would be up for people to remix that their own way and try to replicate it. And I saw there was a lot of young French female beatboxers that were responding in your stories. And I saw that you've inspired a lot of people to go and try it that way. So I wanted to know if anybody that you can see right now out of your students, are there students that you're like, oh, these people are going to be like super good and they're going to be ready for battles, you know? Can you think of? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like there's some students that I'm like, they will be dope on battles, and but they don't want to do battling, so it's so frustrating because I'm like, I need to understand it, but I can't, so I just try to do it anyway. Like before, I would bring them to battles events so that they can change their mind. But yeah, definitely, there's some students that they're really dope, and I think give them some more time, and they will be there for sure to represent the teacher Prichia.
All right, all right, all right, all right. So if you're watching your students, maybe one of you needs to go and take up that battle call. Last question is not only from our friend in the audience, it's actually from Ilya wants to know, Heidfeld wants to know, what is your favorite pizza topping?
My oh wow.
Favorite pizza topping.
So it has to have a lot of tomato, a lot of cheese, and just put some, how to say, mushrooms in there. Poivron, I don't know how to say it in English.
Pepper.
Maybe pepper. Yeah, that's it. Pepper. I'll get people mad, but definitely ananas. How do you
Pineapple.
say it? But you're really good at it.
Hey, in Canada, we were supposed to learn French, but I kind of like slacked on that, and in retrospect, I wish I didn't. You know, we used to have this thing. I made the one of the first things was like when I was talking to Alexideo and Kim and stuff. We in Canada we used to have this thing called Télé Français. Was with the cartoon and with Télé Français. Télé Français, bonjour, allô, salut, and the main character was l'ananas. It was the pineapple. It was dope.
No,
I'll send it to you because it's a good joke. So, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta go and have pepper. You gotta have mushroom and pineapple on the Prichia pizza. Let's go. Let's go with one more question. Someone wants to go and ask. I saw someone just actually had put it just in the chat. Okay, well that's obvious. No, what was that question? Someone wanted to go and ask. There you go. This is actually one that just came in. This is actually because okay, so Nazca Beatbox wants to go and know. This will be the last
Nazca.
question.
Okay.
He or she wants to know. They would like to know what gives you motivation to improve yourself as a beatboxer, and they said as an artist. So what really inspires you to keep pushing the limit of your artistry?
I think it's we talked a lot about sports and stuff, and I just have this mentality of always being the best version of myself. And when I lose something, I hate to just finish something that I on a last souvenir that I lost something. So I will try to change that and try to make myself understand that it's still possible to win it. So it never ends. Because if you do battlings and if you go on stage, you're always going in your discomfort zone. So it never ends. I don't know. I just put I put a spell on me with that because I can't do nothing with it. I'm always like, I will always lose something and I will always fall because I want to get up again and win it. It's never ending. So I think it's my motivation actually.
Well, that's also something that you brought up in that interview, and you said that your best motivations is one of them is your losses are never losses. It's the idea of continuously moving forward and being able to take those losses as experiences towards gaining that to the future and more victories. So it's a good answer. Now, I have something I've been adding in. You'll actually be the second person I asked this to. So I asked you a bunch of questions. Before we get into wrapping this up, is there any question you have for me? There's a random one. Something that you have. Yeah, you could ask me anything, and I always ask truthfully. Can
I ask like 2 questions or something like that? If I have 2,
sure,
I don't know if I have 2, but I have 1. That's for sure. Because I've been asking to myself, when are you going battle again?
Oh, okay. So, hey, calm down, everybody. Calm down.
Are you thinking about it?
Of course I'm thinking about it. It's an interesting thing because Napalm I asked Napalm last week and he asked me the same thing. He goes, would you ever battle again? So I'll answer again, but I like the idea of battling. I would love to come back to it. And it's a hard thing once you are an organizer, like in Canada, organizing and hosting from Great Northern Canadian Champs and hosting all these battles and being the organizer. I think it's weird to do that and then in those battles try to go back and battle because I think that'd be there's rough connections there. But at some point I do miss battling and I do love it. and maybe 2021, 2022, something like that. We'll have to see old man Jackson come out of retirement. And guys like Firebraz inspired me. He came back in the 10th championship in France, and he represented so well. And I love seeing guys go and do their best, put their best foot forward, and people that I looked up to. So I'd at some point, Scott Jackson will be back into battling.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. I have another question for you.
I have another answer. Let's see if they match.
Are you so I know that you've been working a lot of your life as a host, as like preparing and doing events, working for this Beyond the Beats, and you're doing a great job. That's really true what I'm saying. And what I there's is that a goal that you didn't have time or something, or that you weren't able to do for now, that you would really love to do in your projects, like a goal that you really, like a dream you would like to get in there and you didn't get it for now, but you're working on it?
Are there goals? Yes, of course there are goals that I have as not only as a host,
It's
not
a
only
personal
as
one, but
yeah. There's I would love the opportunity to I'd love the opportunity to go and see beatboxing get to the level it deserves, and I'd love to be able to host and be a part of that still, whatever way and shape, whatever year that will be. But I love seeing the progress of our beatboxing, and I would love to be there and still present and being able to add to it as that's happening when it gets to that next level. Because I can see beatboxing being that thing where people are going to watch it, and whether it be on like a television thing or pay-per-views and stuff where people actually are excited, like a UFC or for the battle side of things. So I would love to be I would love to eventually be known as like the Bruce Buffer of the beatboxing, you know? That and your boys got some. I got some. I've been practicing some stuff, and there's some stuff I'd like to do still with music wise. So we'll see how that works out.
Cool. I can't wait for that. Can I ask a last question, or
you can ask me another question for sure.
Okay, this one I'm excited about it, and afraid you say no. Would you beatbox for us for a little bit? Because we're always beatboxing for you, but we never hear you.
Yeah. No, I could always do something. Do a little something. Let me see. My microphone. Whatever. It's always good. It's gonna be. Hello. All right.
That's time.
That's time. Yeah.
Oh, it felt so good to hear you again beatbox a little bit. Oh, that's really cool. You always have this great flow. That's really cool.
Thank you. I still got some stuff. I got to practice though. I got to practice. I got to practice if I want to ever keep up with people like you. Ladies and gentlemen, right here live and direct. Let's go and say this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure before we end this, I'm gonna ask you one more thing, but make sure that you go online, check out her social medias. Make sure you go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, get on that Instagram, like that Facebook. Is there anything else that I'm missing that you have social media wise that you want people to go and listen to and follow up?
Oh, sorry. Thought you were talking about. See if I get people, if I have people to that I would like to say to follow up. That's it. Yeah. So don't forget to follow my group. Yes. So I think it's yes the band. On social media, you have Panam Beatbox Hustlers, my beautiful association that they need all your support, and yeah, I would say both of it, and my community, beatbox fans, and the Portugal Tuga beatbox that they really need your support too, and myself, and I think that's it.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you go and follow up those social medias, Beatbox Portugal, Beatbox France. Just follow up, and yes on YouTube. Make sure it's yes the band. I do say that there's that. More stuff's coming out, music's coming out. But before we end off, I know we started off, and I want to end correctly as well. Do you have time for one more showcase yourself? Do you have it in yourself? Whether it's going to be, so whatever you want to do, the time is yours.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it again, ladies and gentlemen. Beyond the Beats, episode 42, live here with Prichia, coming at you live and direct. I say the 3, y'all say the 2 and the 1. Get it in 3.
Just checking out. Okay. Every time I close my eyes, I travel in my mind, trying to find the light in the dark of the night. Oh, let's do it again. Every time I close my eyes, I travel in my mind, trying to find the light in the dark of the night. Oh, moonlights. Moonlights. When the moon rises. Tight and slow, tight and slow, make your beats tight and slow, tight and slow, take your teeth, tight and slow, tight and slow, take your teeth, tight and slow, put your bass in the right place. Tight and slow, tight and slow, tight and slow, tight and slow. Tight and what? Again. Yo. Oh. Thank you for watching. Give you some love. Scott Jackson in the mics. Swiss Beatbox in the screen. Panam Beatboxer representing. Oh, we're strong women. We're champions. I told you I like this sound. Beatbox is music.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It keeps going, ladies and gentlemen. Get that energy out. When you come on Beyond the Beats, I said this before, you bring those beats correct. You be like her and you slap that microphone up. Let's go. Again, it has been a pleasure talking to you. I wish you nothing but success. I'm looking forward to seeing you go on stage, pursue those titles, and I'm looking forward to your music that's coming out with Yes Yes, with your friend that's on Portugal, that is going to be playing guitar, your solo career. You have a very fruitful career ahead of you, and I'm excited to go and be part of it from a fan's perspective and support you in the best way I can. So keep being awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Scott. Thank you for having me. Thank you, people, to watch this Beyond the Beats. Thank you, Swiss Beatbox, and thank you, Peponi, for taking your time to bring me all these beautiful words and all the initiative you have, guys. Thank you so much.
Well, let's go with that one more time. Thank you for coming on here. I wish you stay healthy, stay safe, stay happy, all those good things.
You
But
too.
ladies and gentlemen, come on. This has been episode 42, Beyond the Beats. We'll be back again next week. And make sure that you guys keep checking out the kickback battle that's been going on. Some ill rounds are coming. I've seen that have come out so far. More of them are going to be coming out. So make sure you keep up to date with that. Support your local beatboxers. Go and check them out. Make sure that you go and check her out on all the social medias. Subscribe to Swissbeatbox and leave a comment, like, all that good stuff. It's your boy Scott Jackson saying thank you very much for tuning in. This has been Beyond the Beats. Ish. And I want to go and say Ish.
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 And that's Ish. But seriously, ladies and gentlemen, you guys stay happy and safe out there. Keep your beatbox sword sharpened. Practice up. And we'll get back into it. Thank you for coming on. With that, I'm going to go and say, that's Ish. No, but that's time, ladies and gentlemen. Time.